Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on present moment. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. 3 things cannot belong hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Happiness will never come to those who fail to appreciate what they already have. The trouble is, you think you have time. Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. In the end, these things matter most. How well did you love? How fully did you live? How deeply did you let go? Believe nothing, no matter where you read it, or who said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and common sense. To understand everything is to forgive everything. Work out your own salvation. Do not depend on others. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. Pain is certain, suffering is optional. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. With our thoughts, we make the world. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. You only lose what you cling to. To help any human being in this world, it is not money, but that is required a good heart. Radiate boundless love towards the entire world. You can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself. And that person is not to be found anywhere. You, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Every morning, we are born again. What we do today matters most. He who loves 50 people has 50 woes. He who loves no one has no woes. Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, worry about the future, or anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. One moment can change a day, one day can change a life, and one life can change the whole world. 3 things in the world can never be hidden for a long time: the sun, the moon, and the truth. This is the unchanging truth of the universe. The habit of doubt and suspicion is the worst, because it can ruin any relationship. Anger is the biggest enemy of man, so man should control his anger. The person who is happy with little have the most happiness. So be happy with what you have. An ignorant person is like a bull. He does not grow in knowledge, but in size. No matter how difficult the past is, you can always begin again. Attachment is the root of all suffering. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Anger can be conquered by love, evil by goodness, selfishness by generosity, and a liar by truth. Knowledge arises from meditation, and without meditation knowledge is lost. Therefore, knowing this double path of attainment and loss of knowledge, one should cultivate himself in such a way that knowledge increases. The night seems long to an awake person. The destination seems far away to a tired person. Similarly, the path of life and death is equally long for fools who are ignorant of true religion. If you are drowning in the darkness, why don't you search for the light? Successful people always have 2 things on their lips: silence and smile. Make truth your land. Make truth your home, because there is no bigger home than this in the world. If you don't appreciate the things you have, you will never find happiness. Every day is a new day, no matter how was difficult yesterday. Every new morning is born with new hope. Your job is to find the work of your choice. Find the work of your choice, and when you get it, put yourself completely into that work. This is the way to success. Never announce your moves before you make them. Move in silence, and shock them with your success. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Where preparation and opportunity meet, there is success. Man's desires are the cause of all his miseries. If desires are killed, then all miseries will end. Just as thousands of lamps can be lit from one burning lamp, the light of that lamp does not decrease. In the same way, by sharing happiness, it increases and does not decrease. When your thoughts become pure in the company of someone, then you should understand that he is not an ordinary person. Even your worst enemy cannot do you as much harm as your uncontrollable thoughts can do. Hate only breeds hatred. Hate can only be overcome by love. This is the eternal truth. The person who lives his life honestly does not fear death. This is the truth of life. A person who does not love others has no reason to be happy. The biggest gift of our life is health. The biggest wealth is satisfaction, and the biggest relationship is loyalty. Better to speak one word that brings peace than 1,000 empty words. Do not be led by others. Awaken your own mind. Amass your own experience, and decide for yourself your own path. An idea that is developed and put into action is more important than an idea that exists only as an idea. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Your work is to discover your world, and then, with all your heart, give yourself to it. In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. To be idle is a short road to death, and to be diligent is a way of life. Foolish people are idle, wise people are diligent. A jug fills drop by drop. A true person who loves himself can never hurt others. Without faith, love is impossible, and without love, it is impossible to meet God. Doubt is an incurable disease. It can destroy the best relationships in just a moment. The person whose mind is concentrated, only he can see things in their true form. We may not get the punishment for the mistakes we have done immediately, but we definitely get it sometime with time. No matter how precious anything in the world is, nothing is more precious than sleep, joy, and peace. Just as a pot is filled drop by drop with water, similarly a wise and good person fills himself with goodness by gathering little by little. If you want power, acquire knowledge. If you want honor, purify your character. Truth is the only thing that is eternal in this world. Everything else has its end. You can't change your future, but you can change your habits. And definitely these habits will change your future. If you change your thoughts, then surely these thoughts will change your life. If something is worth doing, do it with all your heart. Only then you will get success in it. Your happiness does not depend on what you have, but your happiness depends on what you think. The best gift in the world is time, because the time that has passed will never come back. God never writes anyone's fate, but man's thinking, behavior, and his actions write his fate. Any person becomes great by his deeds, not by birth. If something is worth doing, do it with all your heart. Only then you will get success in it. In this world, there is no fire like passion, no trap like stupidity, no predator like hatred, and no edge like greed. Nothing in this world can ever exist alone. Everything is related to other things. If you want to succeed in your goal, then it is necessary to believe in yourself. We find our life difficult when, instead of trying to change ourselves, we try to change our circumstances. The person who lives for others can never be disappointed and upset. If you are unsuccessful in your life, it means that you are not honest to your goal. The person who becomes free from angry thoughts attains peace in life. A person who lives their life with truth and honesty never fears death in their life. Peace-loving people lead a blissful life. Defeat or victory does not affect them. Work with your own ability. Don't depend on others. Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, similarly man cannot live without spirituality. No matter what your past was difficult, you can always make a fresh start. If you want to improve your life, then you should always be in the company of good people. The person who remains calm even after hearing his condemnation can conquer the whole world. Helping one person may not change the world, but it can change that person's world. A person who is free from his angry thoughts definitely attains peace in his life. The person who follows the path told by an ignorant person, his life becomes futile. The greatest purpose of your life is to find out the purpose of your life, and if you have found the purpose of your life, get involved in doing it with all your heart and soul. If you are in the company of good people, then you will always get good, because when the wind passes through the flowers, it also becomes fragrant. Every dream of your life can come true if you have the courage to pursue your dreams. Let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So, let us all be thankful.